weird. Um, I am sorry about that. My stream, for some reason, decided to shut itself off, so I'm gonna have to reload both videos separate because, yeah, I really don't know what just happened.
We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit.
Shut up. I don't hear it. 75. That'll give us the ability to log advanced locks. Well, let's put it all into lockpick. And we can select another perk. Let's go to that's a tough one. I think the best one we're probably going to go for is going to be our I don't want to do Explorer because that'll make it too much to do, or too many locations on the map, and I don't want that. So let's go Commando because that's what is going to be beneficial to us.
Was that all?
Go back and we will begin our second test.
I can't give you anything for that injury.
Scorpion, attack!
I do have some packs, by the way. And it's called Auto Inject Super Stim Packs. Thank you.
Ready, steady, fighty.
You won't.
This will only stand for a second.
Ow. We're going to be running this test again. We're going for the...
You're no match for science!
Do you like me? That's all.
Excuse you. Alright, it's time to move on to the second test.
This is the advanced test. Watch out for moves with tripwires. They'll ruin our day.
Anything is, once you hack them, they stay hacked.
This one looks pretty tough. Was that all?
Let's stay just out of sight here. Alright, we're good. Let's just take care of this one fire.
Test data processed. Firmware updated to version 1.2. Oral subnet online.
Now we have one last test to complete.
This is the expert stealth test. If you thought the lasers were bad, wait till you see the proximity mines.
I see you. Right there on the desk.
Too bad. We were spotted by robots. If you go back to the terminal to restart the test, I won't mess up again.
That was kind of my fault because I was trying to get quite a quick and I completely forgot about the robot right there.
If you hack the mines, this will go lots faster. Too bad. We hit the tripwire. That one was totally my fault, though. We can start again at the terminal. Sorry. If you hack the mines, this will go lots faster.
That tripwire. Okay. I didn't realize there was one there. I see you right there. You ain't slick. Going right there.
Test data processed. And we're updated to version 1.3. Torso fitness synced to user's physiology.
Alright. Beautiful.
This is the robot compliance test. If you sneak up on a robot, you can disable it. It's so easy, even I can't mess up. Stealth boys are a robot's big weakness.
Ah, shit. Well, I had that one. That's alright. Run back in.
This is the robot compliance test. If you sneak up on a robot, you can disable it. It's so easy, even I can't mess up. Stealth boys are a robot's big weakness.
Ah, shit.
This is the robot compliance test. If you sneak up on a robot, you can disable it. It's so easy, even I can't mess up. Test data processed. Firmware updated to version 1.4. Impulse Accelerator online.
Alright, I believe that is that completed now. Let's make sure though. It is. We have completed our suit. Now we can take this off.
Did I do something wrong?
No. I just don't need to wear you because it's not necessary.
Go!
Ooh, now we can actually unlock these doors. Oh. Do I need to have the stealth suit on?
Will you love me if I help you hide? Try not to get injured. We're fresh out of stim packs.
Oh, VR simulation.
Medic supplies adequate.
I see.
We haven't seen anybody in a while. Maybe the monsters have stealth suits too.
No, they don't have stealth suits. That's too bad. This was busted. But that'd be cool if it wasn't.
Bye-bye.
You're no match for science! I see you. Now I get your science. You won't escape me.
Alright, time to use the doctor's bag.
Eureka! You think that all stealth suit will keep you hidden from me? Think again!
Alright, we're done with what we need to do here. Let's just get rid of get away from these guys.
Do not attempt to breach the forgotten force fields. Doing so could allow dangerous ideas and/or creatures having those ideas to escape.
Oh, like your cazadors? Does that sound familiar? I think we've already been in here. We're going to go in here because it has piqued my interest. Good thing. doing? Oh, in here. But how you doing? Let's take this gun off hands. And that one. This one. Wait. Hasn't that pod security? Well, you know what? I bet it was for that one that we already looted. After disabling the force, but like there, but that's what it was. Alright, well, either way, we should probably get out of here, cause, yeah, this isn't looking, this is... Excuse me. And where did you come from? I am trying to leave, sir. Well, looks like I'm killing some more of these guys. Ouch! Why do you have a Gauss rifle? The hell do they even know? I don't want to know. I'm okay. So, let's get out of here. And... might as well keep that. We can always find another shovel elsewhere. I'd rather use that than the plasma. Alright, well that's another building searched. Let's move on to the next one. Which is over here. Now this is another one we've been needing to explore, which we haven't done yet.
The Cazador Preserve and the Night Stalker splicing facilities are strangely quiet. Too quiet.
I believe we was already in here, actually. Well. I'm taking advantage of this and going this way. Because that's where I'm going next. I might have to repair this rifle. A special named sentry ball? Yeah, that, I'll take that weapon. I'm fairly certain. That's what I thought was shooting at me. Alright, I gotta heal up. They are hitting me with plasma and Gauss rifles, so that doesn't exactly feel very good. this other one die. I think I killed him over here somewhere. I'll find the corpse eventually, because there's one more plasma rifle. Don't see anything in here, so let's move on. Can I use this? Darn, no I can't. I can. Beautiful. Love it when big guns go boom. I'm being shot by a lobotomy. He's got a multi-blast rifle. Okay. Well, good. I found a missile launcher. I'll repair that. We'll fix this. Oh shit. Ow. Sorry, I already have 2 Gauss rifles, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it.
We are reading increased levels of berserkity and securitrons from the deconstruction plant.
Well, that deconstruction plant was already done and taken care of, so not my problem. Nah. I won't what you're carrying. Hey. Yeah, fuck it, we'll take this talking about second to muggy. Why not? I'm not better than you. We are nearly at the end of this DLC, just so you guys know. Or closing to it. In the duration of this DLC, I went from over 300 armor-piercing rounds to well, you see the count. It's pretty sad. But I knew they were going to come in handy. So, that's good. We actually used them to our advantage. Stop that. That's rude.
You have insulted my honor! You must die!
Do that. And that, thank you. I'm going to attempt something. Let's see if I can get back up. I'm gonna try. Because I want. Let's see if I've got anything on me. Nothing important. Yeah, that's alright. And no, we're not jumping down there. Because it's very hot. And I will die instantly. So. Going down there is a big no-no. I believe we got what we came for anyway. Check these ones more. That would be that. So let's go back to the S8 testing facility. Now that we've gotten all these discovered and cleared, there's 2 more right there that we've got to go to. 3, actually. But we'll go back there in a little bit. But let's go back to the S8 Research Center and finish this task. Ah, yes. Hey, level up. Alright. This test 3 times.
Attention, students. This is a pre-recorded voice of your favorite principal, Dr. Principal Boros.
One down. You know what? I think they're both upstairs. There we go. That is another one down. No, this one's definitely downstairs. There it is.
I am lord of this institution, where once, long ago, I was a student here. Now, I am its omnipotent God Principal. As I soon will be lord of Big Mountain 2D2. You hear that? It is my
I still get lost in here. I hear them behind me too. missing? I must be crazy. Okay. I'm going the wrong way to the exit. That's what it is. I knew that was crazy. I knew it. Ooh, never talked to her. I wonder what mysteries lies behind this one. Ooh, I do see goodies. A couple stim packs, some mentats, buff out, some jet. I will take those. Thank you.
Down at the end of the hall is all storage. Or
No, so we get back. We're gonna begin our advanced test.
attention students.
I'm not waiting that long for it to load that, so I'm just gonna do the hell number. Hey, appreciate that. Welcome to chat. I'll have to look at that later, but I don't stream at any specific time. I just kind of stream whenever I'm
Please
able
place
to
all
do
filthy
so.
propaganda books in the incinerator chute in the sink. As
Okay.
those
Stream up DLC. lot of buff out. And Psycho. Lord. I've been hoarding chems. I don't have 45 auto, or I'd be using my pistol. I do have this though. No, ooh, excuse me. I apologize about that. Ow.
Lawful use of deadly force is in progress. Citizens are advised.
Wait, I wonder. Why didn't I think of using my axe? Never even crossed my mind. Just use the fucking axe. It swings fast enough. And we're gonna be doing the third tab. Oh. Alright. Your study of aberrations or abominations created at the Big Mountain is granted you a damage bonus against monsters. Alright. That is what I want to see. That test is now complete. Let's move on to getting the rest of the upgrades for the sneak. Oh, I see what it means. What I mean. So our friend from the Divide kind of slammed the train into these tunnels. I see what they mean by that now. I'd be coming back to this place? Oh. Why does it have to be Cazadors? Why? Why me? Oh, you're fast. Oh, you are very fast. Oh, ouch. Let's do... Oh, I bet that didn't. Further study of the abominations created a big amount of additional bonus damage to 10% against Cazadors. Good. That'll help me that'll help me back in Mojave as well. I already hate Cazadors. So. Alright, we'll take that. We got some good stuff in here. Couple ammo boxes. I really need more stim packs. That's what I really need to get. Going back to the medical facility. It's always fun. Because I had to come back here anyway, because when I came here the first time to this facility, I didn't have the upgrade on this thing, which means I was not able to drop this field barrier. Because if I recall, I think I can sleep on one of these beds to restore my health, which would be nice. And there's a patient log in here. So I'm gonna do this real quick so I can restore my health. Ow. Excuse you, sir. That wasn't very nice. Where did you even come from? another weapon to repair my anti-material rifle with. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Rock implant, there's that.
X-12 is closed until further notice. On an unrelated note, whoever closed X-12, please report to the dome.
In fact, I don't even have to aim it at this point. You stop that. Oh, damn. Now can I fast travel? Yeah, thank you. So I missed one in here somewhere. I would realize I can't fetch from here if I didn't realize it was still inside the building. Now that might help.
Rocking on.
Don't have the means to fight them, otherwise I'd stick around. Yeah, as you can see, I literally don't have any stealth packs. Or stealth boys or stim packs. So I'm gonna have to wing it from here. And try to make it back to the sink. He's got an issue. I'm gonna have to steal deal with my Night Stalker problem before I can continue. I knew it! I knew there was one down here, but I couldn't find it. I had a feeling it was going to send me back for an upgrade because I knew there was one here, just couldn't find it, just couldn't remember what it was. Undiscovered building. Yeah, well, Saturday Night Research Facility. I may have to come. Oh, I have these two locations. First things first. Let's go back to the scene because I need Stimpaks and I gotta offload some things. Do not continue until we do. Maggie, I have some nuts for you.
Please, please! Oh, sweet!
Sleep.
Might I be of service, sir?
Yes.
Very good, sir.
Very professional, sir. I'll give you that. You can have this. I'm gonna keep that. Sweet. I'll give you that. That's all the 45 auto ammo you have? Oh, no. That ain't gonna do it. That ain't gonna do it. I need one thing only, Stimpaks. Thank you. Also, I need
Might I be
more
of
weapons.
service? Might I be of service, sir? Very good, sir.
So costs so much money.
You require some additional services?
Rightly so, I should...
Damn. So that's what those cost. We'll definitely look into that. Alright. Here, that's kind of bringing our way up. So I'm going to drop these off. And drop that off. Alright. Now we continue.
Is the light level to your liking? Damn. I shoot him because I was flying. Jesus. Hey, welcome to the stream. Looks like you just popped on in. You better get away from me. I do not like Night Stalkers. Excuse you. That was rude. Okay. I love this thing. The fact that they're just numbered. Man, these things really don't like robots either. No, thank you.
And they're dead. Alright, who's next? Let's go up here. And we'll take you. A lot of junk in here. Elijah. Oh no. Oh yeah. So colors. So Elijah's gonna be the last DLC person that we're gonna be going after when we do the Dead Money DLC, because he has a theme for bomb colors.
Time to reward myself with a little refreshing minute.
Sorry, I think that's enough. Let's see what's in here. Additional rundown building. Yeah, it's alright, there's nothing here, so we're gonna move on. But there is something right there. Ooh, that's a century battle. What, buddy? Give me just one moment here, guys. Hello.
Hello?
How are you? I'm doing alright. I get in there. How much did they say it was going to cost? I mean, it's not the worst price. It could be a lot worse than that. A whole lot worse.
disrupted by a specific frequency. If anyone has found the frequency, as seen around X8, let the dome know at once.
Where, honestly, I've seen things that I've seen happen, and then that I've seen happen in those visions, and I've actually encountered those deja vu moments, and every time I encounter them, I get a headache. So it's a weird feeling to have. Yeah. No, she's all right now. Yeah. But no, it is weird. Yes, but you never really know. And you know I'm not gonna let nothing happen to her. Because, you know, you know I'm all she's really got right now down here, because right there, you know, someone's gotta keep her safe, you know. And it's certainly Stanley always did look over that after us. You know, he may have been the way he was, but he cared about Megan. We took showers. We have a room there. It's definitely not the worst thing on the planet, you know. At least we still have, it's not hot water, but we still have water, but it's just not hot water. So, no. So, we don't have hot water, which means we can't take showers without hot water. So that's why, you know, we've been using the Carnegie, because when I talk to Angela, I'm like, you know, this is what's going on and everything. So just kind of went from there. So now my coordinator, the one that runs my department, said that we could use it for the weekend. Just only to take showers though. So then, we're okay in that. No, we take our stuff, we take our shampoo, stuff like that. Roy? He's doing okay. I've talked to Roy a few times. Yeah, I think he's been home, yeah. He comes over and talks to us every once in a while. He was asking about Larry about a week ago. He was asking about Larry.
Hi again, sweetie. How can I illuminate you? You've been working with that bu-
Greetings, citizen.
Okay, so he's on oxygen. Oh, good. I was like, huh? He's on oxygen now? God, you had me. You had me worried there for a second. Oh, is he allergic to it?
Did you retrieve the...
Yeah. Yeah. I was just worried about, Larry, because like, I still worry about him, Yeah, we have everything else. We just don't have a hot water heater. Yeah, but if in order for us to like wash our dishes or anything like that, we'd be using cold water, but cold water, it's not gonna work with cold water. Yeah. I know we use shower, and it's like I said, as long as as long as you're using shower, that's it. It's good though. At least we can use some hot water. Yeah. That's alright. But no, but yeah, we're doing fine. Just, I know Megan's at work. And
2 plus 2 equals harassing the head of forbidden idiots of the think tank.
I know Erica and Megan's relationship can be spotty. I wonder if Stanley's not warning you about the relationship between her and Erica. I wonder if he was mentioning Erica when he was talking to you. froze, so... Alright. Again. Like that. My game froze again, so I gotta reload the game. But we are going to the final part of the English battle between us, and we are going to be confronting Dr. Mobius. Jesus, I heard that all the way from here. Someone's racing down the highway on a motorcycle. In fact, I heard that all the way from my house. Thankfully, we reached the city. So we're just gonna cruise on by these guys and try to go back towards there. I don't have the ammo to fight these guys. I need to save them for the giant Robo Scorpion that we're gonna be fighting. Ah. Try and get me now, you robot menaces. Okay, can we fast travel now? Yes, we can. Also,
Prepare to be attacked by
Jesus! More fights. While the drones are distracting our giant Robo Scorpion. I'm gonna take a chance to loot some things. And that's one dead giant Robo Scorpion. Now I gotta take some right away. Thanks. You gave me radiation poisoning. Appreciate that. Now let's just search this. I don't know if I love searching or not. There it is. to go confront Mobius. I want to search these other rooms first. No, I'm not gonna fight Dr. Morbius. I'm gonna talk my way through this one. Oh, I could have shut this thing down. I really wanted to. I mean, that would be nice to know if it was on this side. I could have shut this thing down before it even began to fight. Or really do any damage. Now, question is, what's up in this one? Ooh, another one of these guys. Alright, well. Time to go confront Mobius.
Yo, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor. Sure. Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and... Please be my guest. Oh, yeah. Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. So... Oh, what?
I didn't mean to do that. That's not what I wanted to do. I don't want to kill the guy.
Yo.
Alright. Alright, brain. Time for you to come back. I need my brain back, damn it.
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been? Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again? Ah, lovely. Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Good Lord, have you bathed at all since they pulled me out of you? Well, I see sarcasm hasn't eluded you. Fine, perhaps now isn't the best
I
time,
knew
but
it
it's the
was
principle.
separated. This was great.
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, a quote, dick, unquote, as if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge.
I'm sorry.
And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Hmm? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment? I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, those urges to hurt people, to take and crush and maim, do you know where they come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are. Well,
I got you on that one, didn't I?
look, it's all a very complex system of biofeedback and other things I wouldn't expect you to understand. Oh, all right. Perhaps I am, but at least I'm logical about it. I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you. All motivated by nothing but an imbalance in certain brain chemicals. The tank corrects for that. I feel no urge toward antisocial behavior. I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it? Indeed, quite the conundrum. I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us. Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all, we would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share. And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead. Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan? Right! Look out, think tank! This brain is coming out of its jar! I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in, no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Alright. Now that we have our brain back, apart from the rather Sonic Mirror. Well, it's time for us to go back to the think tank. New lab. Connect our brain. The hell. My body feels something without. I need my brain back. You know what's good? Oh, my robot hands. There is something I want to discover while I'm over here. Because there's an undiscovered location, and we can't have that. That's better. Can't even get into this research center anyway. Door's completely locked. Jeez. Okay. So. Anywho. Time to go.
You require some You require some addition. You require some addition.
Also gathered some of this stuff. Missiles later.
The lobotomized.
I did that just to add insult to injury. We're not actually gonna fight these guys either. I don't feel like fighting a bunch of these.
The lobotomized. I recommend. Now, your. And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally... And we have so many questions. That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. You speak the truth, and the decibel variation in your voice, it is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here? That's no deal. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm. Partner with you, my foe, my rival, my foremost critic? I have a strange sensation. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service, as long as you do not destroy us.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the most powerful minds of the 23rd century. The courier who had been brought to the Big Empty became its new overlord, using its facilities ruthlessly and decisively when needed. Sometimes science is more than a quest for discovery. It is a weapon to be used in the service of one with the strength to understand it.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. It learned several new murderous techniques from the courier, and built a blood shrine to itself in the cuckoo's nest. The cave floor was soon filled with the horror of 100 gutted toasters. A silent, grisly, unplugged audience. Their purpose? To toast bread. Unfulfilled.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind-eyed old Jefferson eventually discovered a new sound. Silence. It only made him more filled with the blues than before. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic, dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand.
I did my position.
So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
The Big Empty lived up to its name. A hollow crater of failures of a past era. A last sad statement of the old world.
In the time following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, Old World Blues became more than a catchphrase.
It became a reality, a withering form of nostalgia for times long past.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, it was all this and more. Old world blues, new world misery. The two became one in the courier's shadow.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
All right. All right. So that completes the main drive of the Big Empty. Now, or Big Mountain. So before we end our stream, I'm gonna go ahead and finish collecting the rest of the upgrade parts, and then we will end our stream. Now, the most prior one, right before this, before my stream crashed, I'm gonna have to upload 2 separate videos, so there's gonna be a part 2 and a part 3, unfortunately, because of that. So there's gonna be 3 sections to this particular DLC. Just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a heads up on that. You know, it would help if I went to the right spot. Oh. It's Scaretron in here. There's an audio sample. Perfect. Alright, let's move on and collect the other thing that is in here. And it's funny, I came into this house earlier on the, well, the other streams, but I never really thoroughly searched this place. Now we gotta get the biological samples for the research station. Alright. So, the closest thing we're gonna is to go to the botanical gardens, because I believe they're scattered around that area. Come on. Yeah, so how about we not throw proton access at me? Oh. Hey, level up. Alright, let's go. Okay. Now let's put more towards our guns. Let's put that to 95 and to sneak. That's another thing we gotta start working on, is our sneak skill. Hello, landmine. I believe that is all of the upgrades and the seed packets for the think tank, because it doesn't say there's anything left, so.
Look out!
Always nice to see.
Alright. Now we gotta talk to old Blind Gypsy.
So you beat the big brains at their own game. Right.
Let's do... Alright. That is going to be completion of Big Mountain. Upon delivering the last of what they needed. I'm going to restore our health. Grab everything out of here. And before we end this, we just get back this body. Alright.
If you haven't found any communists
So,
in your backyard, you're
thank
not
you
looking
for
hard enough.
those of you who did pop into the stream and watch a little bit. This has been Big Mountain DLC, and we have officially completed it. And I wanted to thank you guys for being a part of this journey. Now, the one before this, we are going to be had to post a separate, because like I said, the stream before this, I was doing with this second part of this, crashed. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to post a... This is going to be the third one. I know it says this is part 10 of 2, but that will change to 10 of 3. So with that being said, when we come to our next stream, we're going to be focusing on our last DLC, and we will catch you guys on the next one.